What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of review. I'm not gonna show the whole video, but this is, this fact and fiction by Legal Mindset. So, he does a wonderful job of this, and again, he's here in South Korea. He's keeping a really close eye on, Johnny Somalis, his things he's doing here and things he's posting. So let's get into this video. All right, so here we go. Let's watch a video.
Man, it's a hard life out here. Man, it's a hard life out here. They saying I'm going to jail. They saying all this bullshit. I'm out here. I'm still north, near the DMZ. I made it to North Korea. Thank the Lord. Thank God. Shout out North. Shout out Kim Jong Un. Shout out Pyongyang. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. The reason why I respect North Korea is because they're dystopian. They are a fascist place, but they don't lie about it. South Korea is just as fascist. You just lie about it. I touched the statue, so you guys are trying to silence me, and then jail me. So I might as well be in North Korea. I'm out here in the wilderness. Snow, dying. Y'all never gonna catch me alive, bitch ass niggas.
So there we go. No one's ever gonna catch him alive. No one's ever gonna catch him. And of course he kind of contradicts himself there, saying he's in North Korea, and really he's not. He's nowhere near North Korea, right? Not even close. Other than like the general closeness of Seoul, right? All of Seoul is close to North Korea, right? But he's no closer than the metropolitan limits of Seoul to North Korea. And we'll be debunking that today. We'll be talking about that today. But that's one of the latest videos there. And really why I showed that is he continues to provoke the justice system. He continues to provoke really everybody with these actions, with these comments. And, once again, they're all being logged. They're all being saved. And I hope he makes many, many more. And I hope he gets even more aggressive, because that'll just be better evidence for him.
And yeah, you see, he just gonna keep just hanging himself, with all of that. Yeah, and North Korea. If he was in North Korea, he would probably, if he tries to get over the border, because I've been to the DMZ, and you ain't gonna get on the other side unless you want a bunch of mimes just to blow up on you or whatever, So yeah. But he says, "Oh, I'm in North Korea." Oh, wait, I'm not. No, he didn't. There's no way. And yeah, as Andrew said, he's near metropolitan Seoul. That's where, of course, the Blue House, equivalent of what the White House is in America. So yeah, he's just talking smack. All right, so let's get into this some more.
For the court. So I am going to go ahead and move on with this presentation. So I've got some information for you guys here as part of course, a lovely, lovely PowerPoint. I like my PowerPoints. And we've got a fantastic one today. By the way, smash the like button if you like cabbages and if you like PowerPoints. All right. So here we go. We got some updates on the Ramzi Khalid Ismail case. Yeah. I'm being very specific about how I pronounce this today because it matters. Ramzi Khalid Ismail, fact versus fiction. Right now, I'm going to be debunking a lot of misinformation because a lot of other channels are spreading misinformation. Sometimes because they're done by AI, sometimes because they are just making shit up for clicks. It depends. Sometimes it's just because they're lazy. Sometimes it's because they actually are intentionally being misleading. So I want to make some information, and this is actually a big deal because there are some major YouTubers that are promoting bad information.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, first some updates. So these are some updates on his case. This is actually big news, right? So Ramzi's subpoena. This is something I found out because once again, I've got court information and I can access court information. Ramzi's subpoena was delivered to the residence of a friend. So somebody local is helping him and he is staying with them. So Ramzi is staying with a friend. Now, I don't know whether that's Hank. There's another guy, Yang. I mean, it could be a number of local folks, whoever's big spoon, whoever's little spoon. But he is actually staying with somebody, and that's confirmed by the court, because they wouldn't have delivered a subpoena if he wasn't staying there. He registered an address. So he's actually, it's actually proven now that he's staying with someone here, that somebody local is helping. Right. So that's actually like concretely true. Next, there's a Korean YouTuber who filed a criminal complaint against Ramsey for violation of the National Railway laws. That's something I brought up, that I covered about the National Railway laws, and that went viral. I saw a bunch of people covering that. They've now filed for that. So remember I said there'd be more charges filed? Well, you've got it now, right? You've got it now. So that's another one that's out there, which is very good news. Next, we have Bong Bong. Now, Bong Bong made several claims about her case. Now, in case you guys don't know, Bong Bong is that girl that was she was streaming for a while with Ramsey, but Ramsey, kind of got hit in the back by her because she ended up coming after him and his community for making deep fakes. And he had several deep fakes of her on the phone, including sexual deep fakes. Now, remember, in Korea, making out is considered sexual. It's considered of a sexual nature. So that is something that the police are saying, hey, we're looking to get him for. And he's mentioned it several times, even during his videos, that they are trying to get him for deep fakes, and they're clear deep fakes that are of a sexual nature. Now, here's what Bong Bong has updated us on. So she says that Ramsey asked her to withdraw her complaint. So Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, actually went out and said, please withdraw your complaint. Apparently, according to her claim, she didn't do it. She says that instead, she filed two complaints. She filed one for false information and one for the deepfake. So allegedly, once again, we'll talk about, do I believe this or not at the end here. So police allegedly interviewed her for false information recently. I believe it was either today or yesterday. And then tomorrow they're going to interview her for the deep fake. So, and once again, this is not like a deposition. It's a police interview. So the police come in and they take her testimony. They take what she says, but it's not like court testimony. It's not something that's given for the purpose of a court deposition or something like that. This is something just as part of a police interview. So she probably would be brought back in by the prosecutors or also for court, right, to testify in court for her claims, right? So just understand she's talking to police. Now that's important because this is part of moving it along to the next stage. We'll remind you guys of the next stage. So we are only going to be able to believe this when it gets sent for trial. So right now, and you guys probably are sick of this chart, but I'm going to bring it up again. We're at stage 2 with Bong Bong. Until we get to stage 3, we really can't believe anything she says 100% regarding this. So I'm taking this at face value. That she.
Yeah. So the criminal process again, step 1, step 2, step 3. So majority, we're still under step 2 with his investigation. So we're just going to have to just be patient because, this is the Korean, law, how it works. So it takes a long time. And just a fact, like, for example, I remember a drunk driver ran over a chick and the drunk driver was still able to stay free out in public. So that's just how it goes here. So, but let's continue on.
She may have done this, but we will see once it's sent to the prosecutor. And then, of course, when it's sent to trial, we know 1,000% what they're going to be brought in on. So with Bong Bong, she's proved a little bit unreliable. So I'll believe it when we get to step 3, that is the prosecutor investigation, or step 4. Right now we're at step 2. So we're at step 2 with Bong Bong. Still, I've seen a bunch of clickbait on this.
Oh yeah.
This is, of course, a big lie. Now, does Korea have the death penalty? Yes, Korea does have a death penalty. This is true. Korea does have the death penalty. But they have not used it in a long time. Korea is what's known as an effective abolitionist jurisdiction. So they've effectively abolished the jurisdiction, abolished the death penalty, because they just haven't used it in a while. So effectively, they've abolished the death penalty, even though they have it on the books. Cabbage is real or fake. Now, this is one that actually, let me be honest with you guys. I got this question from a couple people, and I also got this from a fellow creator. So a fellow content creator, I'm not going to say their name because I'm not trying to embarrass them or anything, but they actually, they wrote me, they're like, dude, what's up with the cabbages? And is this real or fake? Right. And I realized some people have tuned in later, so they missed my explanation of this because they've tuned in later to my coverage. Right. So they need to know, is this real or is this fake? And they were told also, oh, it's just something racist that they're making up because they want to point cotton and they're trying to make a racist joke. No, it's not that at all. Actually, it's, in fact, this is one of the ones that is actually, well, it's a good meme, which is one of the reasons why it's not going away at all, ever. But beyond it being a fire meme, which is enough reason to do anything, it's enough reason to live, frankly. It's actually true. It's actually true. Now, there's a caveat. There's a little bit of an asterisk here. So here's the truth. And this is 100% true.
Yeah. If you can't afford it, you will work in a factory, road work, agricultural work. And, it's not a bad idea because we barely have enough workers out there. So, hey, if you can't pay the fine to get out of jail, guess what? Go to these 3 jobs because we don't have enough workers. So this is a good way to use, our labor. Yeah. So these 3 things there. So let's continue.
So South Korea has not abolished forced labor. Now they can only do it if you owe money and you need to pay. They can force you to work. Now, there are 3 main types of work you would do. Mm-hmm. Number 1 is some sort of factory job, which could be something like making license plates, could be doing some other sort of governmental work. It could also be making odeng, which is fish cakes. Odeng, that's the little spears you see there in the picture. Now, I have been told that the most likely thing he would be doing is making odeng. Now, that's bad enough, right? That's bad enough. So that's the most likely thing. However, it is possible and truly, really possible that he could be doing other work, such as road work or agricultural work. And in fact, cabbage, I mean, you see that kimchi is a main staple, is in fact a huge Korean crop, right? There's a lot of cabbage out there. So yes, it is possible he can be out there picking cabbage. He'll likely be making odeng, right? But it's still great. It's still great. Right. So anyways, just want to put that out there. Put that out there.
Yep. So Johnny's going to be, all danged out. He's going to be, oh no, this crap. Oh God. Yep. So he's going to have to make some odeng all day long if that's what it is. So let's continue.
For everybody. So once again, it's real. It may be a little bit of an asterisk, but it's still very real. It's very real, guys. So let's continue. Claim. This is a fun one. Ramsey Khalid Ismail is Jewish, right? This is one I've heard out there. This is in fact wrong. Wrong. He is indeed not Jewish. And one reason you know that, there's a couple reasons, but mainly focus on the name. Mm-hmm. The name. This is not Moby Dick. In the book Moby Dick, famously, the book Moby Dick opens with "Call me Ishmael." Ishmael. His name is not Ishmael. Let's go back. What's his name?
It's 9:15. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat. I'm in an actual boat.
I thought Grandma.
That is an Arabic spelling. There are absolutely, and I talked to several members of the tribe here on this one. There are zero people of Jewish background that would use the spelling phonetically Ismail without the H, right? That spelling is a specifically Muslim spelling. That is not a Hebrew spelling. There are 0 people that use that who are of.
So yep. So you see the difference. I didn't even think about. Yeah, like okay. So it's gonna be a little different with and the claim for the for Jewish is definitely false. We know it's false. So yeah, so we're gonna move on. Okay, this is a fun one. So let's check out this. Did he escape to North Korea? We already know the answer, but let's get into it.
Okay, next, he escaped to North Korea. Equally ridiculous, right? First of all, there's a DMZ. Second of all, Kim Jong-un is not exactly taking refugees. He's not exactly taking refugees. And certainly, you will not be streaming from North Korea. So this one, pretty easy, but conclusively false. So all those statements that he escaped and people who say that, no. Is there a possibility he wouldn't know? Is there a possibility he gets on a boat and gets smuggled up there? No. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. He wishes, but actually he doesn't wish because the conditions there are not going to be great for him either. Okay, claim. This is a big one. A lot of people are saying he faces up to 31 years in jail.
No.
A lot of channels, actually. Let's look at the facts here. This is a caution. Because it's sort of partially true and partially untrue. In fact, it's mostly untrue. Well, why is that? Well, this is an explanation here, and it's a deeper one. He's currently on trial for one crime for a total of 5 years punishment. So if you really want to say, what is he really facing right now? Technically, it's only up to 5 years. And once again, I've said this before, he will not get the max penalty. He will, if he gets any jail time off the first charge, that's actually a huge W. If he gets 1 year of jail time off the first charge, that's a massive, huge, insane W, right? However, he is under investigation for several crimes. He may not be able to leave for a while because he's got several crimes that he's under investigation for. It's unclear how many are going to trial. So when people ask me, Andrew, how many years do you think he's going to get? I say it's too premature. We don't know what he's charged with. Let's see what he's charged with, and I'll start to give you more and what's going to trial.
Yeah, I don't, even if, he gets charged for all of this, I don't think he's doing 31 years. I just don't see that happening. But yeah, it is premature, as Andrew said. But yeah, I just don't see that. So I don't know. But even if he, like he says, if he gets 1 year, yeah, massive W. But let's continue.
Trial, rather, not just charge, but excuse me, I'm going to correct my language. I said something wrong. What he's indicted. What he's indicted with, what's going to be sent to trial, what the prosecutors say, let's go to trial on this. Once all of the crimes have either been dropped by the police or they've been sent to trial, well, no, I can't say right now. It's too premature. It's too early, right? Now, he could theoretically go to jail for a total of 31 years. He could theoretically. It's possible. I think it's highly unlikely. And it is highly speculative to say he is going to receive the max penalty on every single crime and he's going to be sent to jail for exactly 31 years. That's super speculative. Probably unlikely that he's going to be in jail for exactly 31 years. Could he be? Sure, he could be. But, a lot of things could happen, right? Could happen does not mean will happen. So be very careful about this number. People throw it out there. There's a lot of people wanting to, clickbait on this one. But right now, technically, it's only 5. It'll probably get more, but let's wait and see. Okay, this is a good one. So a lot of thumbnails are using this woman judge, and I guess they're trying to find what I think is they're trying to find a woman judge for clickbait purposes, because they want to find a female Korean judge. This is a real Korean judge, and they're going to say this is his judge, and they're like pointing to him, they're like, oh, this is his judge, this is his judge, this is his judge. This is a huge misrepresentation. This is, in fact, very much false. Yeah. Very much false.
Oh, yeah.
This is the judge from the Park Geun-hye. This is the former president of Korea on the right?
Yep. And when I arrived to Korea, made my residence here, Park Geun-hye was the president. And of course, her father, Park Chung-hee, was the president from like what, 63 to 78, 15 years. And of course, her father was taken out by being assassinated. And then years later, she becomes president and she ends up going to jail. Oh, it's crazy. So, but that's another video for Korean politics. But yeah, but yeah, let's see. But yeah, this judge was part of it, but I don't think, yeah, she's going to be, I don't know if she's going to be involved in the Ramsey trial, but we'll see. So let's continue.
And this is the judge because Miss Park Geun-hye went to jail for 9 years for various crimes. Yeah. And that was the judge in her trial that happened to be televised. That's one of the rare ones that was televised. Yes. That's why they're using this. So people are using this judge as a thumbnail photo, but it's not actually his judge. That's why I want to say it's false. So be very clear. This is not his judge.
No.
Right? Now, it is a real judge.
Yeah.
But just understand it's misinformation.
Oops. Sorry, guys. I don't know what.
Okay. Here. Next lie is that he can escape with a new passport.
Hell no.
Okay. Many of you have seen this video. And it is over here. There's a video of him with an emergency passport over here on the right. You see the purple passport. You guys have seen Johnny with that one.
Yeah.
And people are saying he's going to get out with it. Well, that is definitely false. A purple passport does not mean you get out. Does not mean you can escape. People are still confused by this. And I know I've said it before, and I know some of you guys who've been here before, you're like, we knew this, but there's a lot of new viewers, and they're still asking me, oh, I saw you as a passport. Can you get out? No. There's a travel ban. Korea's system is electronic for every port of entry, whether that's an airport, seaport, helicopter port, anything.
And I can verify that because, yeah, I've been in and out of South Korea, and everything's electronic. Just, face recognition, just anything. Like if I did any crimes, I'm banned. I can't leave Korea. Or, if anybody is under, the travel ban is going to show. So if Johnny's trying to get out, heck no, you ain't leaving, Johnny. Get your ass, stay here. Yeah. And Korea, it's a small country. It's like a peninsula. So you're going to have, and we still have various amount of airports, but yeah, Johnny ain't leaving unless some outside powers says, Johnny, come out. But no, he's going to face all these indictments and charges. So let's see. Okay, let's get to this one, Gino. So let's take a look at this one.
Now, this one's interesting because extradition means you're sent from one country to another. Now, is he going to be extradited? That is not true. He will not be extradited. However,
there's a but.
So extradited means, will he be sent physically back to South Korea to face trial? No, it will not happen. And once again, I'm not, just because I don't like Johnny, just because I am anti-Johnny, does not mean I'm going to lie about the law. He's not going to be extradited. However, there's a but. If Gino returns to Korea, he could face charges.
And he better not come back. Gino better keep his ass out because he's going to be sharing that cell with Johnny. So that's what's going to happen. So, yeah. So we'll see. So
if he returns, he could face charges. That's true. So he's got, Gino probably is staying in the U.S. because if he was to come back here, he would not be welcome and he would probably be hit with the charges because he was definitely an accomplice and he definitely was liable. And anybody who's an accomplice to a crime could face those charges. And there's clear video putting him as an accomplice, putting there somebody who was there, who was helping, who was filming. I've got new footage I'm going through of him at a pizza joint where he engaged in some, let's say, some harassment. We're going to probably go through that. Now, could he be convicted in absentia? They probably won't do that because it's a minor charge, right? If it was something big, like it was murder or, something huge, then maybe. But for obstruction of business, they're probably not going to convict you in absentia. However, they could charge him if he comes back. So he did escape beforehand. Also, anybody else here in Korea that may be found to have helped him, so let's say it's one of his Korean accomplices, they could face charges as well. That potentially, once again, potentially.
Yeah.
Not saying for sure, but I'm saying potentially, right? It's possible. Claim. Anyone can intervene in Ramsey's case. So I bring this one up because this is one, once again, it's a weird one. So Johnny's people, Johnny Simps, Johnny Stans, they try to be like, well, Andrew's intervening, but anyone can intervene. Anyone can do it. Andrew's not special. And you know what I say to that, to those people that point this out or want to point this out? Well, Andrew, you're intervening, but anyone can intervene. That's correct.
That's right. Any of us can intervene if you want to file anything. So, yep, true.
Correct. And you know what? Please do. The more people that get involved, the more people that submit criminal complaints, the more people that file, the better. If you want to file a claim, please do file a claim against Johnny Somali. Please do. Now, only so many people are going to have the money, the time, the resources, the files to do that. And also, it takes a lot of money to do it right, to have a lawyer review it, to make sure it's done right. I'm trying to do it right. That's not something that's special, but it does.
Yep, and that's another thing, because even you got to have the money, and sometimes it takes a lot of energy and all this and all that. So I'm glad that Legal Mindset's doing it, intervene, because, yeah. So like even some, like the Americans or just the Westerners that come and teach English and they're trying to collect their wages, they're like, they need to find an attorney and then, spend a lot of money. Or if, like, for example, if the academy's like, I'm going to sue you because you're damaging it. I'm like, for me, I'd be like, go ahead. It's going to cost you, what, 4 million won to file the lawsuit? Go ahead. Sue me. So there you go.
It does cost money, right? And thankfully, a lot of you have been very, very supportive. And I do appreciate that, especially over there on my Ko-Fi. I do appreciate you guys, coming through big and supporting me there. Dalgoon is locked up. We talked about this last time. Some people are still perpetuating it. Dalgoon, the UDT member who I interviewed, who a lot of people are jealous about this. A lot of people are totally jelly. He is not in jail. Yep. He is free. He just did a live stream today. So he is indeed free to walk about.
He's live streaming day in and day out because I'm subscribed to his channel. So he's like, yeah, I'm here looking for Johnny, or I'm here, I'm eating some food. Yeah. Oh, God, man. Let's continue.
He is not locked up. He's good to go. Yeah. So that's a lie. That's a lie. Oh, here's another one. Ramsey is MAGA. Ramsey is MAGA.
Oh, hell no.
Because he wore a hat. Because he wore the hat once or twice. This is decisively false.
If you don't know how to make chords, this is it.
You can drag one of these chord progressions in.
I don't know why.
Boom, just like that.
AdSense.
Now, what is true is Ramsey says whatever will piss people off. That is 100% true.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he, and I'm going to play this clip, is just as much MAGA as he is BLM and George Floyd.
Yep.
So people who were talking about that, forget this little video here. George Floyd of Korea. So one moment he's BLM, one moment he's George Floyd. right? He will say whatever it takes to piss anybody off, left, right, center, Korean, American, Japanese, any race. He just says stuff to piss people off,
Yeah.
right? He uses everything he can use. So don't let him divide you on that. That's totally not true. He'll opportunistically hate on pretty much anything.
Yeah. And police let him go free. Let's see the claim.
The police let him go free. They let him go free. This is both true and untrue. This is an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
So, is he free? Yes, he is not in jail. He is not detained. So, in America, a lot of people are detained for certain types of crimes. However, in Korea, it is standard operating procedure. The police didn't go out of their way to free him. It's just their standard procedure. He's not charged with what is technically a dangerous felony. So it wasn't charged with murder, or in this case, for what he's going to trial, assault or battery or something like that. It's just right now, all that's at trial is obstruction of business. So because of that, he's not in jail. Now, are they watching him? Yes. Is he free to leave? No, he's not free.
Yeah.
He's got to stay in Korea. Can he do whatever he wants? No. He is.
Yeah. So that's the logistics of it. But yeah, Johnny, they're just watching him. There's CCTV everywhere. So anything he does, it's evidence. Anything he even spits wrong, evidence. So yeah. So we got him on lockdown. So if any of us want to beat his ass, it's evidence against us too. So yeah. So luckily I'm not in Seoul. So and hopefully Johnny stays quiet and doesn't cause problems, but we'll have to see. So we'll just see. All right, shout out to Legal Mindset for putting out this video, and he's doing some good work here. So yeah, much praise to him to keep getting this information out and make sure Johnny will face as much of these indictments and charges up. So so this is going to be like one of those stay tuned dramas with Johnny. So we'll have to see. All right. So if any of you enjoyed any of this, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video.